And I think that leads me to my last question here, Darcy, and I'm just kind of relaying information that I've accumulated through the many different people that I talk to in the party. And as you know, I'm a big supporter of the Colorado Republican Party, and I want us to win. So with that prefaced, there's a perception out there, and I think in light of this story that we're talking about at the IHOP, that you got one kind of rebellious faction of Britta Horn, Eli Bremer, and you mentioned some others, Todd Watkins, and then we have kind of what has been the established power dynamic, which is Dave Williams, Hope Scheppelman, whom I know somewhat, but not really well personally, and yourself, and that people would view you like as more of the same with Dave Williams. But I'm hearing a much different tune that you're singing than the leadership that Dave Williams exhibited. And I guess I'm just asking you to tell our listeners right now, kind of bullet point fashion, where you are most different from Dave Williams in your leadership style, approach, and strategy.
Well, I mean, we are totally different people. While we have similar conservative values, we don't manage things the same way. I mean, there were a lot of things at the party that I wanted to do that, you know, they're just not on Dave's agenda. And there were things that Dave did that I didn't necessarily agree with. So, you know, my entire platform is based on building an infrastructure that we'll have for generations to come. It's based on getting candidates elected, and it's based on some really strong fundraising. And that's where a chair should be focused. I'm not as focused on the internal workings of the party or, you know, securing my leadership team seats for the next couple years. Not that that's where Dave's focused, but I don't focus on the internal division or the internal politics of politics. I'm about advancing the state and getting Republicans elected. That's what I've been doing for years, and that's what I'll continue to do. And one thing people will tell you about me is I do what I say I'm going to do, and you always know where you stand with me. So, I think that we just need to move forward, and these lawsuits, they've got to stop. So once I'm elected, we'll discuss the current lawsuit further, and we're going to see what the body wants to do. You know, if the body comes back and says that they know better and they don't want to pursue this, then that's a whole other story. They won't. 2/3 of the body tends to vote with that block, so there will be some outcome, but we'll be fair about it, and we'll continue to work with Britta and Todd and Eli. As a matter of fact, I plan to personally call them and welcome them to the new GOP and figure out what their place is.